From Kate the Great to Neutron Jack, nicknames are often a staple of office culture, but should we really be using them in a professional environment? The general question I try to ask in this research is that are nicknames good or bad for professional relationships and people's well-being at work? The existing literature or common wisdom suggests that nicknames serve as an emotional bond which can facilitate and improve interpersonal relationships. However, professional relationships are different than everyday relationships, as professional relationships usually involve power disparities. Our study found that managers using nicknames for subordinates makes them feel less psychologically safe, less powerful, and less respected at work. Because there's a power disparity between the supervisor and the subordinate, nicknaming a subordinate may make the manager seem like they are abusing their power, for example, trying to exert control by creating new identity for the subordinate, which hurts the subordinate's well-being. These negative effects are stronger when the organization has a highly hierarchical culture. When the boss allows subordinates to call him or her by nicknames, it shows that the high-power party respects and is willing to protect the voices from the low-power party. This carries important signals about the supervisor's willingness to accept the influences from people below them. In other words, it would allow subordinates to socially reform the image of their supervisor in a communal and friendly manner. So, firms should develop clear policies and train managers in appropriate nickname usage. On top of that, managers should consider their organizational culture. If the company is especially hierarchical, using nicknames for subordinates might be a particularly bad idea. Having that said, one shouldn't assume that when the company has a flat culture, it is totally safe to use nicknames. Nicknames are toward individuals, and we all have personal differences and preferences. So the best practice is always to ask the person before doing it. You can find a private moment to check in with the person and make sure they are comfortable with the nickname. And if they're not, you should respect their choices.